All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, share, and I will rest therein. Coming with a wonderful message, and I titled The Fire of Yah. The Fire of Yah. Mm, mm. It's time to give a little word regarding Yah himself and the fire that's in his bosom. Mm. We are so busy wanting to know what's going on here, there, a little everywhere. We are searching for something each day. It's like individuals are searching for something each day, and it really has nothing to do with Yah himself. They have no idea of the type of fire within Yah in this day. And that's what I come to bring you some word. And I am myself going to be a little here and a little there in what you call spirit and truth, food for the spirit. And like I said, the world, no, the people are going to and fro trying to get information uh, here and there, a little everywhere. Why? Because people have those itchy ears in this day. Mhm. They have the itchy ears. They have no idea. Having itching ears means you don't have Yah. They have no idea of that. So people who like to go to and fro searching uh, situations that is taking place in the world in a way that it excites them. It's so important to them to know the things of the world. And they have no idea right in this day, the fire of Yah is present. And they have no idea. Why? Because it's not for them to know that the Most High Yah is on fire this day. Yes, he is. He's doing a little something everywhere, and the eyes cannot see. That's what I like about it. And the ears cannot hear. Why? Because they are so busy wanting to feel that feeling of knowing chaos. People are right now in this day, their whole living is plays a big role in chaos, wanting to know the chaos here, the chaos there, the chaos everywhere. It seems to be like they meal each day if they can get the chaos, if they can get something that's going on in the world. See, it's if you can get spirit and truth every day, or you can get that type of food, spirit and truth on these platforms, then you're getting some. But me, myself, I'm speaking of me. I want to first and foremost say I am so grateful for the Most High Yah being who He is all by Himself, and how He has molded and shaped me. He has chastised me and disciplined me, and I love His correction because in it is a feeling to it, you know. And what is within me today is what was in me yesterday, and it's like a continuing thing, and that is people are marveling off chaos in the world, and Yah is on fire. I mean, He is cutting up, and right now we're living in a time where people really don't yearn for spirit and truth. Furthermore, they don't know what spirit and truth is, so they can't desire something they don't know anything about it or know of. So therefore, that which makes their flesh, their itchy ears move about is chaos. It does them well. They sleep well. They wake up well because they look for more and more food for the flesh. And it's a beautiful thing how the Father has orchestrated everything from his kingdom, from his throne with his right hand and his stretched out arm to be exactly the way you see it today. It's amazing. Even their chaos that they yearn for. He knows that the world needs food too. They need food like you. They need food. They need food for their flesh because that's what they honor. That's what they embrace. So he says, Deborah, they wouldn't know I'm on fire. They won't even know the fire of who I am because their itchy ears and their mindset is so set on all the chaos in the world to the point where they are not even looking for a pin needle or light, nor spirit and truth. They're not even looking for truth itself. They're not looking for righteous. They're not looking for anything that has to do with Yah. They're looking for more and more chaos because it seems to sparkle, set a fire in them. It's like the itchy ears is just yearning for chaos. And the reason why I say that is as I behold many things in this day, I see the chaos is giving a lot of chaos, and it has to have a reason for having that much chaos because that many people are hungry for it. People are hungry for chaos. Their flesh is not content until they are satisfied with chaos. And on the other hand, the whole overall, they see not the fire of Yah on the earth. They know nothing about the fire of Yah, could care less, but that's the way heavens, he that sits on the throne with the right hand and the stretched out arm, has orchestrated. I was reading today in Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. In Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9, it says, I know thy works. See? I know thy works. Why? My right hand orchestrated it. I know thy works. Okay? And tribulation. Why? Because I am tribulation. I bring tribulation onto the earth. Okay? And poverty. But thou art rich. Thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. I want to hold up right there. Being so, 4 years ago, I'm sure I probably did about 6 videos regarding the synagogue of Satan. The reason why I put those videos out about years ago was because the Father had said something to me I have never heard anyone on this devil platform cover. Never. And when he said it to me, the first thing I did is I did a video. And the more he gave me more information, I did another one. And the videos that I uploaded had to do with the synagogue of Satan. The Father informed me where those Jews are at. Underground. It's the true place they worship. It is the true place. He told me that Jerusalem in Israel has an underground tunnel, okay? And they are doing things that you have never heard nor seen. And I'm going to be honest with you, asked him, I would like to see, I really would like to, Yah to let me see, just in a vision or in a dream. He never did. He said it is the highest level of evil is in that underground where we as individuals know of the Jews in Israel and in Jerusalem. It's a big place. But he said that what they do is they worship Satan down under. They temple, everything you see, where they even the wall where they go to pray. It's a big place underground. On that land, you guys. He said they worship Satan there. He said that there is so much evil under that ground. I did about 6, maybe more videos regarding him giving me that information. At that time, you notice you don't hear Sister Deborah talking about, oh, Jerusalem, her land, or Israel, her land. Why? Because once he instilled in me that underground, under the land, they have built an underground place of worshiping wicked, evil. So today, when I was reading Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9, and it matches Revelation chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, Revelation chapter 3, verse 9 says the same thing, somewhat. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say that they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. He's speaking of Israel and Judah when we make it to Mount Zion, by his right hand, when he leads and guides us to Mount Zion in the promised land. Okay. This is what he's going to do. But notice he says, behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan. Listen to this. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. What a lot of people didn't know, and I might be opening up a whole big can of something. That protection and what they're doing over there, you really believe all these countries are protecting this pin needle of land over there for them? You really, 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 really think you awakening? I'm gonna show you dead sleep, and the fire of Yah is on your head. He told me this years ago, that it's underground. They worship Satan underground in this location, under the ground, built. They got it built up. That's their place of worshiping. So when I get into Revelation chapter 2 and I'm reading it, I'm saying, well, wait a minute, let's get back to verse 9. I'm like saying, okay, but you said that which they say they are Jews. So we know he's speaking about over in what everyone called Israel. Okay, watch what he say. And are not, but listen to this, are the synagogue of Satan. Let me explain to you what the synagogue of Satan is in Hebrew. In Hebrew, it is, watch this here, y'all, pay attention, a house of assembly, place of worship and study for the Jews. The synagogue of Satan is a place, a house of assembly, a place of worship, okay, and study for the Jews. See, this is a place. This is actually a place where they that are over there that are not the true Jews, this is a place that they worship and assembly, but it's under the ground. It's underground, you guys. So when you see all the powers that be's always protecting them, many of you all didn't understand. They wasn't protecting them as a people. They're protecting the synagogue of Satan, where he sits on his throne. So you say you awaken. You see? So what he's saying to me is, when you speak of a synagogue of Satan, it is a house assembly, a place of worship and study. It says for Jews. That's what it says in Hebrew. We are the true Jews, and we know it can't be for us because we're not there. So if we the true ones, and it says they are not, then who are they worshiping? Because that's the location where his throne is set up. 99.15 billion have no idea, outside of those who've been assigned to be the gatekeeper for what's underground there in that land. And see, a lot of people here, let me tell you why. Let me tell you how deep it is. The deepness is, we as a people, Israel and Judah, we so busy on this side. We're on the wrong side, y'all. We're on the wrong side. We're on the wrong side, thinking that's our home. That's our place. That's our this, our that. You have no idea what is there. It is a place. It was a place. It was. Now listen to this. In Hebrew, the synagogue of Satan is a synagogue is a house. The house. Synagogue is a house of assembly, place of worship, and a study for the Jews. If we're the true Jews and we're not there, it can't be what it says in Hebrew. You get what I'm saying? But it can be if it's a synagogue of the opposite, which is Satan. And that's why I say many are going to and fro with a fake truth, with a fake awakening, and Yah has knocked them out dead. And they have no idea what they're teaching, their own wisdom, their own knowledge, and their own understanding. And their wisdom and knowledge and their own understanding is wrapped up in their emotions, in their feelings, in their personal opinion. They have no idea that they are not awakening. See, people don't understand, if you're going to claim awakening to something that you are coming to the knowledge of some truth. See, awakening, but then again, they can claim awakening because they can be awakened to darkness. So I guess they could claim awakening. They could, but the way they trying to present it, oh, we know this, we know this. You don't know nothing. You know what's in the dark. You don't know what's in the light because you ain't shut your mouth long enough, sat down, tarried for what will come and teach you all things. Nor have you heard the voices of those that he has called his servant to tell you anything. Because you're so busy keeping everybody closed down to be able to learn your flesh way of understanding, your flesh way of wisdom, your flesh way of knowledge. So these people are so detached to that sort of thing, they don't have a pin needle of light. So here I want you to tell you, it's been years when he told me that. Who am I to sit and make videos about something what's under the ground over there in Israel and Jerusalem. Why should I be all up, down, and under? Because he told me it's down there, y'all. It's Satan's throne. That's what. Just look at it. It says, Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. He calls it the synagogue of Satan. The synagogue of Satan. Now, just take Satan and put him to the side. Let's define a synagogue in Hebrew. Again, a house of assembly. It's a house of assembly, place of worship and study for Jews. For Jews. You thinking they talking about the fake ones or the real ones? It's for the real ones. That's what a synagogue really is. But the real ones aren't there. So what is it for? It's the synagogue of Satan. You see? It's underground. I'm gonna tell you why I'm going there. I'm going there because I, Sister Deborah, have saluted the Most High Yah in what he's doing. I salute him, everything he's doing and how he is doing it. Because he's the I am. He can do that. He can do this. He can do this. He can do that. And all of that he's doing, I salute him in it. He's all that to me. I don't know what he is to you. I'm just telling you who he is to me. Okay. Okay. So what I have learned then that there was something under there. And a lot of you all be thinking that they be going to the wall, and you see how they be on the walls praying and doing whatever they call themselves. People come from all over the world and go to the wall. If they only knew what's underneath that ground in which they is at a wall called as their prayer. That's why Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9, Revelation chapter 2 and 3 verse 9, it tells you all synagogue. Synagogue is a place of worship. Okay? Assembly, where those assemble. They worship and they and study, but it's for Jews. That's what a synagogue is. But it doesn't say that in Revelation chapter 2. It doesn't say that in Revelation chapter 2, verse 9, Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. It says the synagogue of Satan. You see? So if the synagogue of Satan is existing, where is it at? It's still where they are at. That land we keep trying to claim and desire to make it something that Yah has not told us to make it. See, we waiting, and we're, Sister Deborah, this saluting him is like waiting for what he calls Mount Zion. We got so many people right now debating and battling and telling different not interpretation, different opinion about where the promised land is at. Hands off here. This sister, I don't go running down there. I don't go running telling y'all, oh, that's our land over there. That's our land in Israel and Jerusalem. They over there on our land. No, baby. Oh, no. You ain't heard Ezekiel 36 and many things that Isaiah, Ezekiel, and Jeremiah have spoken in time past. Y'all don't understand how that land in the eyes of Yah, it's not the land that you're trying to make it to be where they're at. You got to understand the land is on the top, but what is underneath it? The Father told me years ago, it is the synagogue of Satan. That's where they set up and meet up. That's why you see so much support on every corner of the world supporting them. Because that's Satan's. The world's supposed to support Satan. They're supposed to support Satan. So we would think that they over there and they claim to be us, and they did it. When you finish talking, who are you? Because if you tell the truth of the whole matter, tell us who you are. Not a person on this earth that is Israel and Judah would tell the truth. They would not tell the truth. That you were called things by the Most High Yah, and we don't preach it, we don't teach it, we don't reveal it. He have done things to show you how you displeased him. He have told you who you were. He have told you who you're going to be. He didn't say so much about you, but you don't hear nobody preaching and teaching who you were, because who you were is who you is. Who you were is who you is. Now, it ain't going to be who you going to be. Praise the mighty Yah. But you are who you were and who you is. And that's not a good picture, y'all. That's not a pretty picture. But the problem was 400 years, surely they would get up, salute the fact of who they is and who they was and who they is. And then they'll look forward to me that's going to make them who they're going to be. Oh, they ain't doing that. They will not do that. They too high and mighty in their flesh to be humbled in the spirit, so that the spirit can teach them who they are, who they were. But no one wants to know who they were and who they are. That's why they began to flip the who you are goes right back down the bloodstream, and it keep going, repeating itself. Because people don't own who they are or who they were. They keep on, and it comes down that bloodstream who you are. Meaning it's not going to escape. It's not going to escape. Just like the synagogue of Satan. They can, let me show you what I'm talking about. They can tear up whatever land on top. Many of you all don't even understand why they don't have no problem doing away with this country. Why? Because this country is what's on the top. They underground doing they do. You see? See, it's a whole world underneath the top of the world. And people have no idea, nor do they care. And those that's under the ground, they are the one ruling the world on top. While the world on top destroy themselves on top. While the world under the bottom is going to be the one that's going to still live. But this is the ones that y'all going to also, he's going to deal with. Because we really don't have things like we should have them, in order, in decency, in a line where, okay, that makes sense. I get it. That sounds true. That's truth. See, what truth does, it'll break you or it'll make you. 99.9 is going to break you, because you don't want to be made by truth. You want to be made by the lie. So it's going to break you. It's going to break you. It's going to break you. That's what truth do. It comes to make you or break you. 99.9, it's going to break you, because you don't want to be made. Because according to be made with truth, by truth, something going to have to be broken. You see? Something going to have to give. And the honest thing, that which has to give ain't worth having no way. Because it ain't nothing you giving. That's how your flesh ain't worth nothing no way. But this is the mindset of the world today. So when I'm looking at Revelation chapter 2, verse 9, Revelation chapter 3, verse 9, talking about the synagogue of Satan, 99 times 15 billion will never understand that the synagogue of Satan is actually telling you it's a place of worship, it's a place of service, it's a assembly, it's a place of study. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is the synagogue of Satan? Where is it? Nobody knows. You know why you don't know? Because you never knew. That's why you don't know. Too much chaos in the land to know anything that rests under spirit and truth. That synagogue of Satan is a message being said. He said it twice in Revelation chapter 2 and chapter 3. Wait a minute, I pull up and said, okay, you already identified that the people on top ain't the real ones. We know they ain't. But what's this synagogue is? Who? Wait a minute. Now you talking about Satan. Tell me who is the synagogue of Satan. When you look up the word synagogue in Hebrew, it is a assembly, a place of worship, a place of study, a house of worship. Where is it at? It's underground. And this is why the whole world wants to go over to Israel. And they feel like something. They got power, and they got a chance to go to the land of this and the land of that. No, baby. Abraham them ain't over there saying nothing to you. Yeshua ain't over there saying nothing to you. The spirit of those who are asleep ain't saying a word to y'all. Y'all talking to the wall. Y'all doing all kind of destroying and killing and stealing in a false identity. But yet, they're doing it on the top. But what's going on under the bottom? It is a place underneath them in Israel and Judah. Not Israel and Judah, in Israel and Jerusalem, where they have built underground the synagogue of Satan. That's what they did. So what the Father was saying to me, he said, Deborah, why would I bring the New Jerusalem down to where I told you the synagogue of Satan reside? Why would I restore Israel and Judah as the world knows? Because that's the only one really think they know something they don't. For me to restore it, to bring minds and restore them there, where they see the synagogue of Satan and they see the fake Jews. Why would I have to have that area, that land? See, what I believe what we did is we made the fire of Yah wrong so that we can portray to look right or to be right in what we say and what we do and the way we act. That's hypocrite. That's individuals who have played the role for so long. Like a lot of y'all did not know. There are when there used to be praying people in the church and singing hymns, and like they used to talk about how the mothers used to pray and all that. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Over in this land, a lot of that was a lie. A lot of it was a lie, baby. So you can take it and break it and make it whatever you want to, but it's all, not all of it, but a lot of it was a lie. If you sit back and talk to some of these elders, they'll tell you they never believed. You said, well, Granny, you was in the church for 70 years. But yeah, I was just there doing something. But I never believed it was right because the pastor was messing with me and my daughters and messing with my granddaughters and told me he loved me and he was married to, you see, they'll tell the story and still sing their hymns. You see, it's a lot of stuff that was going on. I remember going to this church in Georgia, and I joined the prayer warriors team. And when we would come together, it'd be like 30 of us, all females. We were the one that they would send the crew in to the hospitals or in the homes and pray for sick people or people who need us to come in and pray. Or we get like, they put their prayer uh, uh, notes in the prayer box, and we have to split all the prayers up and then call each number and pray with them and talk with them, which is a really good thing, y'all. It really is a good thing. But what happened is when I used to go to the meetings, it was very confusing to me because I had the gift. See, I had the gift to know the minds that I was around. And as I'm sitting here and we would go into prayer and we be standing up praying and holding hands and singing, I could still feel the whole circle, who's who and what's what. It felt so fake, You see, it felt like something we were just doing, because this was a large church and we had a prayer warrior team and we were the ones that was the prayer warrior, and it was like they had to meet the expectation of being a prayer warrior. Or we have to pray. We have to come together once a week and pray together, hold hands and sing and pray. We got to go talk to the people who need prayer. We need to call them. If they want us to call, they leave a number in the prayer box, and then we have to call them and pray for, all kind of things. I think that was a good idea, and I think that's good now. But what happened is, when you make up a group of people and they are the prayer warriors, and ain't no one, you might have 2 out of 30 that are true prayer warriors. What do you have in that group? You got evil, because the 2 prayer warriors are called to be prayer warriors for Yah's sake, for Yah's name's sake. But then you got 30 people coming together, and then as they come together, you hear this one got mad at this one, this was arguing with this one. I'm like, all of this, but yet you're supposed to be the one to be breaking through. You're the one supposed to go to the altar and break through for the people. But yet it was just like high school kids, but they were women. High school girls arguing and fussing and all kind of stuff, y'all. And then the one that wanted to be controlled, which was the head, the two ladies that was controlled over the prayer warrior, they weren't even sincere. They weren't even people of the Most High Yah. They was put there because the pastor gave them that position. So I'm just saying to you, the synagogue of Satan is a place that Satan reside, participate. So you know what type of darkness that is going on in Israel and Jerusalem. If you know that type of dark, if you can just imagine them building a synagogue down underneath the land. Okay, so what the Father was saying to me today: do you really think I would want to build on a place Satan once reside? That's what he said to me. Do you really think that I will build a promised land, a place where I am going to restore on top of a land where the synagogue of Satan reside? Come on now. Go back to Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 9. It said a synagogue of Satan. Where is that at? Because you don't see nobody on top of the earth. So where's the synagogue? It's underneath that land. That's where he is, and that's where he has been. And that's what people are worshiping when they were going to the walls. You think they talking to no, baby. They talking to the one underneath. And that's why everybody in the world wants to travel there to hit that wall. Those prayers going down to the uttermost darkness, where his kingdom resides. Okay, so Father was just telling me today that I'm not going to build onto that, where as if I want to bring my holy ground onto a land that was Satan's domains. Why? That's not who he is. I believe we don't understand a lot of things, and one of them is that power in that right hand. We don't understand the power of who he is. He don't have to use the land that we know of to be what we say that it is. Now, right now, today, the whole map has been changed. Things has been titled. Things has been moved over here and moved over there. All I want to do is salute whatever you're going to do, Father. And whatever your will has already orchestrated from the kingdom, I'm all for it. I'm not looking for over in the land that man is over there practicing, and not practicing, worshiping and assembling together and worshiping and studying the ways of Satan. It's a synagogue of Satan. Where is the synagogue of Satan? Can someone tell me? See, that's what I'm saying. He tells you right here. They that are the fake Jews, wherever the fake Jews are, that's where the synagogue of Satan resides. And it's not on top of the land, it's underneath the land. Okay. Now, I was told that years ago, because I was kind of not in tune with Israel and Judah. I mean, Israel and Jerusalem. I wasn't in tune. I'm like, why is people keep arguing over that or this and this and that? Arguing, and then he just revealed it to me. Then, y'all, that's what he told me. He said, Deborah, underneath that land is the synagogue of Satan. And like I say today, you so woke, you dead sleep. That's how woke you are. You in a dead sleep, almost to the point of death. Because when you put that much understanding, your understanding onto yourself, you are dead. You are dead already. Because it's no way the synagogue of Satan is going to be there where they're at. They're called the Jews. What does it say in verse chapter 2? In verse 9, I know the works and the tribulation and the poverty, but thou art rich. And that rich is speaking spiritual, y'all. That rich 99.15 billion when he be able to grip. Because that rich is connected to spirit and truth. It's connected to the ruach of the Father. You see what I'm saying? That rich is you rich in wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Because he's greater in you. That's how rich you are. You see? So he says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews. Now he stopped there. Now he called them out who say that they are Jews. So we know who say they Jews, right? So we got that. We got the ones that say they Jews. But watch what he says. And they are not, but they are the synagogue of Satan. They are the synagogue. Synagogue is a place where what? They assembly, they worship, and they study. But it says a synagogue of who? Man, the synagogue of who? The Pope, the synagogue of who? Satan. And by us look over at Israel and Jerusalem, we looking over there. We can't pinpoint where is Satan's synagogue. You don't even know the Satan's synagogue because it's underground. That's where he resides. That's where his throne is seated. You see? So when you thinking people going to be talking to a wall or going to see, the grave of Abraham or the grave of the Messiah and the grave of this and the grave of that, I stepped on that land that did it. Baby, you don't know what land you really own because something's going on underneath it. See, they got you food on top. 99.15 billion when he said the synagogue, they haven't even thought that, wait a minute, he called two things out. They say they Jews. Bam. But then he turned around and says, they are not Jews, but are the synagogue. When you look up the word synagogue, a synagogue is not a people. It is a place of Satan. It is a place of Satan. So what does it look like? Mount Zion being brought down, Mount Zion being built on top of the synagogue of Satan. What do that look like? I believe Israel and Jerusalem is a place in Yah. And when it's a place in Yah, it's a place in me. I don't have to know where it's at. I don't have to know where I'm going and how I'm going to get there. All I know is I'm with him. I don't know who you with. Because it's a people here and they own this thing. They plan it for all this work. As if they'd already been to the Mount Zion. And they'd already got their ticket. And y'all done delivered them, cleaned them, gave them a heart, gave them two hearts, gave them a new spirit and cleaned them up. The people here talking today, we know ain't there one of us got there yet. But the way the people are teaching and preaching, They're teaching and preaching darkness and out of the mindset of darkness. Because the truth be told, we even say for instance, the promised land or the Mount Zion, Yah, it's come. Who cares? Just get us out of here, Father Yah. How about that? Just get us out of here. I don't care what it's called, where it's at, where it's going. Why would I want to be caught up in my flesh to know the place in the flesh realm? Take me to where you are at. You told me it's going to be holy and you was going to be in the center. Take me there, Father. And if it's right where I'm at, whatever, I want to be where you at and where you said, for your name's sake, you're going to do these things, not mine. And that's another thing. People as house of Israel and Judah, they believe everything Yah's going to do is for their name's sake. They have forsaken this fire of Yah that have said, for my name's sake, for my name's sake, for my name's sake, for my name's sake, throughout the beginning to the end. And when you close the book up, it's all about his name's sake. But a people that said they are the true Jews, they make it about them. Everything Yah has done for their name's sake, for our name's sake, for we name's sake, for us name's sake. They have forsaken spirit and truth with the light in the right hand, even if it's a pen needle or light. They have forsaken it. Okay? No, ain't nothing for your name's sake. They still missing it. That's why they can't shake us. They can't shake Israel and Jerusalem. Israel and Judah. They can't shake it because it's all about them. They don't understand. No, it ain't about you, bro. It ain't about you, sis. It's about his name's sake. That means he got this in 100. But we want to get on here and we want to fake these conversations. We want to fake these teachings, these beliefs. And all these 400 years, that's a lot of years to still be as dumb as we were when we first got here. To me, that's deep. I think that we are more in the dark now than when we got over here. Without a doubt. Should it be that way? It is what it is because he knew what it was. You see, it is what it is because he knew what it was. See, and what it was is what he has orchestrated on his throne from the kingdom that it be. And that's what you see. It's what he said, it shall be. That's what you see. But you can't see it because you see out of the realm of the flesh and not the realm of the spirit. And it causes us to look at everybody. We are so drilled with a mindset. Look at everybody for the fault. To me, when we do that, when we as even individuals always trying to find the fault on someone else, it's because we have fully rejected the faults that are within us. And that's what, going back to 400 years, lost with the cause and without. Even to this very day, there is so many things that is taking place out of darkness and evil, and still they can't see the light. They couldn't even hear the trumpet if he blowed. They couldn't hear it. The fire of Yah is on the earth and they can't see it. The judgment of the Father is on the earth. They can't see it. Tribulation has already begun. They can't see it. Revelation is in deep. They can't see it. But yet they so awaken. The world is not going to change on our behalf. Why? Because the throne has orchestrated them to be exactly the way they are today. They're not fin to straighten up because of anything. You got people who are never had and never can really say that the presidential election, Democratic, Republican, or who, black, white, or whatever is in the office, has never done anything for you. How is it that a people, so many people in a country call themselves great old America, never saw that they were never great? You can't be great when you done killed and destroy to get what you have. What made you great? Because you murdered? Because you killed? Because you destroy? That's what make you great? Because I like to know what make America great. Because it support the synagogue of Satan? What makes America great? For it was the crutch to the synagogue of Satan. I sat back and let me give you an example. And I realized in the last few days the sickness that is among my people. I don't want to talk about nobody else because hell is waiting for them. I'm talking about a people that I was charged to come down and be in the midst. And in the midst don't mean at their house or in their church or in their spiritual, y'all. I'm not supposed to be in their house, in their synagogue, or in where they at. Spiritual, y'all, son, you help. And you couldn't see help if it was stepping on every corn on your feet. And you ate, it's painful. You still couldn't see the help. And this is what it's a people. Because let me tell you what happened. I was shown something. And it done something to me. I say, what's the deal though? What? He said, going back to the sickness, Deborah. This is the sickness that is among Judah. This whole United States, the United States, it used to be China. China was the founder of sex trafficking. Yes, y'all didn't know that, but yep, China was the founder of sex trafficking. And what happened is they decided and to let it go. Don't think they still do it, but they're not the number one. It's your own country you in. Sex trafficking, the number one country is the United States. And you all worried about Democratic and Republican. You see the sickness of the country itself? That's why I say hell is already waiting for the Europeans. That ain't nothing new. They sitting here waiting for hell, I swear. Hell is waiting for them and they waiting for hell because they're waiting for a lot of chaos to get started so that they can try to prove or try to correct what they cannot correct. Try to change what they cannot change after they done lived party through death, through killing, stealing, and destroying. Have they gained? That is not saying it belongs to you. That's not saying you great. That's saying that hell already got you bound because that's where you're going. That is exactly where you're going. So when you want to say make America great again, let me tell you that word great, Revelation 18, has fallen. You see? And the people cannot even see it. It's because they don't believe in anything that Yah has assigned for his name's sake. Now they'll listen to everybody on these devil platforms teaching and preaching them the lies. But when truth come rolling around, we want the lie. Our itchy ears, or we want the lie. Because we've been living the lie. As if this country been all that and some. And it's been the crutch for the synagogue of Satan. But yet, we're sitting here in the country that has been the crutch for the synagogue of Satan. And here Judah been in captivity for 400 years, and they still have not seen who they are in the eyes of Yah. 400 years. Even if 92% don't know nothing about the 400 years. But we're out here teaching other people, other nations, trying to get them and convince them who you are And you ain't even went out to the highways and byways where your sisters of your own nation and your brothers of your own nation. Only way you want to go out on them is when you want to kill them and destroy and take from them, debate them and argue, fuss and fight, gang bang between them, shoot. That's the only time you want to go out to Judah. That's the only time Judah gonna want to go out to one another. They don't want to have nothing to do with each other if it's not saying kill, steal, and destroy one another. Just like this country. So in Ezekiel chapter 36, when he checked Ezekiel and he told him, he said, these people, I'm gonna put them, divide them, disperse them to the land which is like unto who they are. Judah never realized what you see in this country is who you are. They had no idea. What you see in this country, the Most High Yah wants you to know you're a carbon copy of what you see. That's why it's hard for them to come no more than 8% to just know who they are. But that's it. They ain't gonna come together. That 8% ain't gonna come together. That 8% is gonna be still broke up into 8 pieces. They ain't come together with one another because they want to have their own belief of what's what was and what is and what's going to be. They want to have their own belief, and then they want to be the God. You got these brothers out here, and they ain't my brothers, but you got these men out here in the tribe of Judah wanting to be God. Elohim. Oh, I'm a healer. I'm a deliverer. Didn't he say they were coming? All this fake stuff. They're saying that they're going to come. See, people thought it was just prophets. No, baby. Everybody stepping in the scene, portraying that they are who Yah sent down here, but then they have no characteristics of the works of the fruit, nor of spirit and truth with the light in their right hand. They don't have that. So let me give you an example of what I experienced. And I when I saw it, I said, Father, I can't say nothing else about these people because they really think they angels. They think they the stars in the heaven. And I'm speaking of Judah. Now, the United States is the #1 sex trafficking. This country is. They reach all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to P. Diddy. Brought him up and have the audacity to charge him for the same thing the whole country is founded under. Not founded under, but the whole country is the #1 country for sex trafficking. Do you all know what that looked like? But let me show you something. When I saw what I saw, I said to the Father, I said, so it is like unto when they brought in Yeshua. And when they brought in Yeshua, Israel and Judah, the Jews, was hollering, crucify him, crucify him. Ain't nobody gave the Messiah a hard time. Nobody outside of Israel and Judah, the true Jews. All the time Yeshua came, he came among his own nation, and they received him not. So receiving him not was they never accepted him. They were the ones who wanted to kill him, destroy him, and do away with him at a blink of an eye. And by the Yah's namesake, he survived all the time that they could have had an opportunity, but Yah said he got a mission in him. And that right hand is there too. It'll knock you backwards. So stand out the way and let him do his mission. But who was after him? Judah and Israel. The same people. Now here go this country. The #1 sex trafficking. And nobody says anything. They go all the way deep down to Diddy, pulled him up for sex trafficking, one of his charges. And this is what I saw. I saw every black person, sick people of Judah, celebrating, celebrating, celebrating. But did they come up when the whole United States has been spoken by many as being the number one sex trafficking country? I know they are. I've been knowing they were, and they are. That's why so many people are missing and nobody want to say nothing. They ain't gonna say nothing about that. But now they say you pull up Biddy. I'm saying I'm not Biddy, Diddy. They pulled him up, put him on the top of the pedestal of sex trafficking. And in my mind, I say, watch Judy come out. Judy come running out. Y'all, Judith is running on every side they can find. I told y'all, when the devil put an album on YouTube, these Negroes go running and dancing and partying. And that's exactly what they do. They partying because they locked Diddy up. They locked him up. And they partying like they just won the kingdom of heaven. And I'm like saying, but Father, these are the same one. They the same one, Deborah. So he said they partying for Diddy, but they did the same thing with the Messiah. The same thing. She said after they, now see, I didn't know this, but he was telling me after they crucified him, you should have seen how many got together and celebrated. They celebrated the fact that they crucified Yeshua. So what's the difference from P. Daddy and Yeshua? Want me to tell you the difference? It's Judah. That sick Judah. That sick mindset. Because you can be Yeshua HaMashiach. And they'll celebrate you getting killed. You getting crucified. Or you can be Satan's ace. And they'll celebrate you being Satan's ace, getting crucified. Or getting locked up. Who will? Judah. That's why I know Judah got a sick issue. Celebrating you guys. All on this devil platform. And I'm like saying, they got a problem. Beyond a problem, yes. But if they could see the fire of Yah on their tears, they'll realize not only is Diddy in trouble, but they are also. They're not in trouble because of them celebrating Diddy. They in trouble because that shows you who they are. We in a time where, and I ain't gonna say the time, he don't want me back out time. We in that day where many people can actually get up in the morning and get to a mirror, and they're going to know who they are and whose side they are. Are you on the light or are you on the dark? They already know. They already know. Because people find pleasure in chaos. People are so indulged in chaos. What Yah has prepared for Diddy, this world can't do nothing for Diddy compared to what Yah gonna have prepared for him. You see? But the world, this United States, you hear all these Europeans announcing they locked Diddy up and they locked him up. He did this, he did this. Baby, your whole country is the number one sex trafficking. That means you Europeans been doing it since the beginning of time. The Pope, the Catholics, this country been doing it. It was a form, even a process of their conquering this land. Period. it was still connected to what you see called sex trafficking, because they was taking what they want and dispersing them according to where they want them to go. You see, and then you stand back and you look at it today, and you're gonna always be able to go way down, and way down is Judah. I don't care what nobody say. You're always able to go get one of them, and you know the first person before you can get them up to the world in this country, to show all the people in the country who he is, his own people is going to chew him out first. They know you was going to do that. Without even, now you won't say nothing. Now Judah won't say nothing about this whole country being the number one sex trafficking. But it's a program that I gave y'all, this man that you listen to him. Oh, he wearing that thing out. Him and his wife wearing it out. Why do they have to wear it out? You see? Because if you're looking for Judah to wear out anything, you're looking for Judah to do anything outside of having his hands in the neck of his enemy. Judah ain't gonna do no more than that, Jacob said. And you can't even look for him. So I realized that the fire of who Yah is burning, and they can't even feel it. They can't see it, and nor can they feel it. But it's right here on the earth, cutting up on them, and they can't even see it, nor can they feel it. To me, that's deep. They don't have no idea that the fire of Yah is on the earth. All these things that Sister Deborah telling y'all that's going on, a lot of it has not even been in your ear, because your itchy ears is looking for chaos. So you can hear as many videos about the same old thing, chaos. Even within my household, I think of my household and how I said to you all, this fire, we're going to be tried by that fire. Remember, that's that same fire I'm talking about, y'all. That's that same fire. And I just am so grateful that the way I'm being tried by the fire, I am so grateful. I am grateful because he takes out the time to explain to me what is taking place and how ain't nothing I can do or say that would change it. Why? Because part of me telling you and teaching you what took place before the foundation of the world was to get you prepared for the end, as well as I got you prepared for the beginning. Because it ain't, you knowing it is not going to change none of it. That's the part of you having to endure the things you cannot change. And you can't say it. You can't bring light to it. You can't give spirit and truth. That's why he said that one, because they are the only one that's going to be able to grip things in the proper order. And it causes you to see, like say for instance, the fire is kindled, okay? He's going to try us by that fire. I'm already being tried. Already being tried. And when I see that, I'm like, woo-wee, on that mother end. You get what I'm saying? On that human end and that mother end. I'm like saying, if it had not been for the spirit of Yah in me, I wouldn't be able to stand the fire itself. But by the grace and the mercy and who he is in me, oh, I just thank him for preparing me for the things that's coming upon me that I cannot change. So I myself are not in denial that the fire of Yah is present. It is. And I'm really feeling, even as I'm telling you now, I'm really feeling good about the fact that I am grateful for the fire itself. But I know that he that's in me, it's what's holding me up. Because I say on that mother end and on that a female end or on that natural end, I'm like looking at, but the Father's holding you up, saying, but that's okay. You can't change it. Heaven's orchestrated this. And that's everything I'm seeing is I'm making sure I try to stay in that area of knowing that this is how Yah set it up. This is how he has orchestrated it from the kingdom. It ain't nothing nobody can do, say, or think this is the way he got it. So he was telling me, I asked him the question. I said, look at these people. They partying because Diddy got locked up. Who? Negroes. And do you know what that looks like to the Gentiles, the heathens, the European? What it always looked like. A people that ain't got, and they can hang y'all anytime they get ready because you ain't got sense enough to stand in unity and not celebrate the wrong things. You see, they see y'all. Y'all tell a person that something is short. You show people that something wrong with you. Y'all got more prepared for Diddy than you, your mouth, your celebration, than anything. Why do you have to get on nationwide in a sense on nationwide and disperse Negroes clowning and praising and boasting and partying because they locked Diddy up, but then the country is not locked up from being the number one sex trafficker. What is going on? What is going on? Now, this is where you know something is wrong with a people. When the Father said in Deuteronomy 28 7 times in the end game of it, that you're going to be destroyed. You're going to be destroyed. Ain't nothing going to stop until you are destroyed. It makes sense. Because I sit back and I watch Judah, I watch the nation and how they conduct themselves, because that's where I was sent to be in the midst of. And whoa, they're as ugly as y'all say they are. Because every day you see them conducting themselves and doing things. It's just off the chain. And then that's when he told me, he said, Deborah, but what about, that's Diddy. He's of the dark. But what about the Messiah? When he came to die for their sins, to show them how to touch base with me, to show them how to walk in a way that I would see them and keep them. And they was partying then. And I sat there and I said, he told me that after Yeshua was crucified, many of the Jews went and partied and celebrated his death. I said, so this is he wanted what Yah was doing is he's a comforter. And he was comforting me because I was saying, I've been on here telling these people, when the Satan put an album on, all Judas started partying. Judas, let Satan put an album on. Everybody should. What are you partying from? Partying. Young man got hung. Why ain't nobody saying nothing about that? Why ain't nobody coming out doing anything about that? You see what I'm saying? So many things is taking place. They only want to party and come together and make all these videos celebrating because they reached down for Diddy. And they are the number one sex trafficking, you all. There are missing 300,000 children missing in the last 2 years. Y'all, ain't nobody saying nothing, but you're going to celebrate because they locked Diddy up. What about all these killings and all this stuff that's going on? And you want to tell me you can find time to get on this devil platform, make videos? See, this is how they are. They trying to get the likes and subscribers. They want to be recognized. So if you think that when these times, which is here, hit us and that fire burn our tails up, first thing they're going to be doing is trying to get somebody to see they need, they see their situation. Ain't nobody going to be there for you. Nobody, not even the right hand of the Most High Yah. Okay, so you run your tail around here. That fire is coming for you. Okay, another thing He spoke to me again about Proverbs 16 and 4. He said, that's why I told you I gave you endurance and long suffering. Because right there, I told them, hey, I created the wicked and evil for the day of evil. Tell you what, check. I know I got a day, and that's what we're in. When evil and wicked is at its highest. Because I created it, Deborah. I created it, Deborah. For what? For my name's sake. I created. And then he turned around and wants you to know, yes, I did. Because I am that I am. I can do whatever I want. According for things to go the way I have orchestrated the end things of all things, evil got to take it there. So I created it to walk out my will. So you get y'all tails out here and get stuck in your own self-understanding, your own feelings and your own emotion, especially your own wisdom and understanding. You're going to be out there because the way he's rolling in with this fire, he ain't coming in to check on your left and your right, check to see what's going on with you. That fire is already trying us. His fire is on the earth. It's already trying us. Now, I have seen white people lie nationwide on Negroes, and the Negroes eat it up. They eat up all the lies, and it's okay. It's okay. You can eat it up. Make sure you get you a full meal deal of whatever the Europeans, Gentiles, and heathens feed you on your plate. You better eat it up. You better eat it up because that's your portion. And it was telling me about no matter what they say, we as a people eats it up. We eat it up. And when I say eat it up, we make it so real and like it's something we need to do or we need to be about. They can say anything. They can come right now and they can say, okay, Deborah Page got off because she's no, I ain't gonna say I said she is a man and not a woman. You know, every Negro, I knew she was, I thought she was, I felt she was. That's how a people are. This is how sick a people is. They believe any and everything white people tell them. But then when Yah send a prophet of his likeness for his name's sake, they can't hear nothing. Or Yah send one to speak in spirit and truth, they don't want to hear it. They want to hear what the world has to say about their own nation. Because that's the only time they accept anything. It's when white people tell them. White people tell them they good to go. They believe it. It's 100 because they said it. This is how sick a people is. And I can see why he says until they are destroyed. Because their mindset is so messed up. They don't see no wrong in what they're saying, no wrong in what they're doing. Well, where are you coming with that? Where are you coming from, Deborah? I'm just so heated from the fact that this country is the #1 sex trafficking. But yet, you don't hear the Negroes coming together saying no, whoa, or no, we ain't gonna. But Big Diddy, even though he had other charges, they keep expounding on him sex trafficking. How could a country reach down low to a Negro, pull him up, and say to the whole world that he is locked up for sex trafficking when your whole country is the head of sex trafficking? How did this whole country get away with it? And then the Negroes jump up celebrating it. You see the sickness? You see they sickness? They act like it's a party. And then when I was saying that to the father, he said, Deborah, but they did it with Yeshua HaMashiach. He said they did it when the Messiah came. They did. He said, and see, I didn't know this. I didn't know when he died they was having they was feasting and partying. I did not know that, but the Father shared that with me. He wanted me to understand it's okay. This is how sick these people that you are set in the midst. How many prophets did I send to any nation outside of Israel and Judah? How many? None. See there, y'all? None. So he's trying to show me that no matter what he sends amongst a people, it is never going to change these people. So that's why he told the angels, hey, take this down, this seal, and seal minds in the forehead. And a lot of people don't understand when you're reading this book, you're not getting the understanding, because the understanding of what is it is saying is spiritual. So a lot of things you ought to get, like he told him to mark them. You all don't have no idea. These people are being marked to keep from what is actually is happening. You see? Because there's going to be two, at least I know it's two. It might be three. I was telling somebody today it could be three, but I know two different bios going to come out if they're not already, along with when that darkness comes. No one knows how long the darkness will be, because see, people thinking this is something that the hands of man is going to do. Now, what you didn't understand, and this is what the Father was explaining to me a little while back, is that everything is being done is still for his name's sake, because he's calling it out in Revelation, and because they have tampered with the book and you don't get word, then what is happening is actually taking place. But we're looking at it as if it's the elites and it's the people on the earth, the evil and wicked people on the earth. It is the evil, wicked, and people on the earth, because Proverbs 16, along with several verses, let you know. Y'all tell you, I created that for the day of evil. So when we finish running around here trying to give all this power to Satan and it's to this world, y'all sitting back saying, look at them. They don't know they left from their right. And it's a good feeling, y'all. It's a good feeling to know about his right hand power. It's a good feeling to know when it talks about his right arm, his stretched out arm, or his right arm. 99.15 billion have no idea of what I'm talking about. Why? Because they denied the power. They didn't know the power was Yah's right arm. Right hand, and it's stretched out arm. That's the power. Okay? That's the power that created all things that you see. Okay? So what he's saying is, it's just the things that is actually taking place is still for my namesake, for my purpose, for my will. You see, while everybody else is claiming things are happening because of this, because they tamper with what was said, and because of other things that were said, they brought it a different way. And that's why people are believing it based on what they just picking up a book and reading. But it's deeper than that, because they can't see the power of his right hand, and it's plainly seen in the whole book, starting with Genesis chapter 1 verse 2. The power is plainly seen, but no one can see it. Those horses is plainly seen today, y'all, but you don't see it, because you get numb to the darker it get, the number people mental state and who they are, their thought pattern, their understanding, their knowledge. The darker it gets, the darker they get here. They can't see no light in it. The earthquakes are not going to stop. They're not going to cease. The pestilence, they're not ceasing, y'all. They're pouring it out. They're out there with them already, pouring it out. And it's gonna pull up, and it's gonna pull up, and it's gonna destroy many. Why? Because you didn't go over Revelation chapter 8 and verse 9. You didn't go over Matthew chapter 24 and verse chapter 24 of Matthews. See, it's all of it's there, but it's what he's saying is when they went in and smeared everything, they smeared it so you will never know what's left and what's on the right side. And that's why it takes one to have the Holy Spirit that knows the truth of the whole matter to be able to come out and tell the truth. But what are they doing today? Everybody's proclaiming that they are the servant of the Most High Yah. So how would you know the difference? I'm going to tell you one reason. It's when you're on here and you're not explaining Yah to people, but you're explaining the world to people. Yah is not caught up in what's going to happen to the world. Yah caught up in his will being done. Okay? And in the process of his will being done, since Satan come to deceive the whole world, he got to have a light somewhere on the earth. But no one is understanding that you either the light or you either the darkness. I think that each and every last one of us can actually go to our mirror. And your mirror, you would think Sister Deborah is actually is saying the mirror in a way that the mirror in your bathroom. The mirror is going within yourself and see really what you look like, who you really are, because it's clearly seen. You know these issues you are having, and you notice they're not going anywhere, and they're getting worse and worse. Even your thought pattern, the way you think, the way you function, the way you feel about people, the way you treat people, the way you talk to people. You see, all of that is clearly seen. It's no more something being new or something, that cannot be seen. A lot of people have hid behind themselves for so long. But I come to tell you, y'all say you are clearly seen. Clearly seen. Ain't nothing about you that's not unseen. It's just you denying who you are, what you are, and what you're going to end up being because of the way you have been, and you reject the things that can clean you up, clear you up, and give you a light. Because it's just like people are just stuck in a place that they have gotten so comfortable in. Why? Let's say for instance, when I was on that bridge in that vision, I can still hear my voice. Oh, woo! Y'all, it was millions of people. You could not see them. As far as I could see east, and as far as I could see west, was people running. And they were saying the same thing. There's a fire. Nobody was picking each other up, no one up. They was kids, women, men, elderly. Nobody was picking no one up. Everybody just running in the same direction. And they were saying the same thing. They saying fire, fire. That vision was given to me almost 20 years ago. And that vision took a long time, y'all. I wasn't in it like, boo, boo, and it's over. No, I was in that vision looking over the overpass. And I was standing on it's called an overpass. And it's a highway 70 going, east to west. And going only east to west, the side I was on. And the people were running. I couldn't see the highway. It was just that many people. All you see was people running, knocking each other down. Nobody's picking anyone up. And I'm looking at this here and I'm like, oh, what's wrong? What's going on? I'm at the top. I'm on the overpass looking down, looking like this here. And I'm seeing all these people running. And I'm like, and the voice behind me asked me all these questions. And every question he asked me, I was sounding, oh my goodness. Oh, I was just shocked, y'all. I can still remember it. And then he says, what are they saying? And everything he said to me, he said it twice. He said, what are they saying? I said, they said fire, fire. Oh, they said it's a fire east and they all running west. The people were on one accord, saying the same thing, running in the same direction, you know. And I'm like saying, listening to the voice said, okay. So the voice, after it asked me twice what it said, then the voice turned around and say the same thing. Oh, it's a fire east and they running west. Mm. Deborah, I need you to go the direction of the fire. That's what he said. And you know what I said? But they said it's a fire east. He said, yeah, I know, but that's the direction I need you to go in. You see? And the next words I remember, yay, yeah, yay, yeah, I shall go. And that was me going east from where I am, and that was Georgia. I went the way to Georgia, and it was a learning lesson, y'all. It was something I had never seen, I had never experienced. The whole atmosphere, I could smell evil. That's just how thick it is and was and still is and greater today. That is a place that I used to tell people I would never tell anyone to go. Do not go there. A lot of people cried out and they were saying, but ma'am, if I could just get back, I would get out of here. I got down here and got stuck. I got down here thinking I'm leaving my job and leaving everybody back there because it was chaos. Got down here, it ended up being worse. I mean, that's the people over and over and over. I mean, sick things that I've never heard of, no one doing. And I mean, it was a mess. It was a mess. Um, so even in that situation where he was telling me that he needed me to go in a direction to where the fire that they were saying is at, that's why they was running from the east to the west. So Yah is always and have always wanted me to go in the direction to where the real issue reside. Many people run from that direction, but I got some things I will say. I said to you all, and it's probably been a couple of years, that it's going to come a time that, and real soon, that no matter where you go, they're going to be coming and they're going to be controlling it. And I'm not talking about the one world system. I'm talking about what they're doing now. Okay. It's what they are going to do and continue to do. You know how people are thinking that they could, if I can just go here and build here and I can have this over here and take me and mine and we good. No, it ain't, baby. They coming for you. See, what happened is, say for instance, if you bought some land and you want to go out and you want to get you, if you recognize the Most High Yah being the one that make a way for you and being the one who opened the door and made that way for you to get away from the city or to way to where you get out in to get land, you have to at all times be able to give him the glory and the honor in a way that when you communicate with people, it is not telling people, well, y'all need to do this, y'all need to do this because you need to get you some land, you need to get you this here, and you get, but no, you forgot. You see, they forget. No, then again, y'all might not have been in the midst of it, no way. So it might not be that they forgot. You have to be able to make sure, no matter what you do in life, that Yah gets the glory. You see, no matter what it is, you make sure that you flip it over to Yah getting the glory, Yah getting the praise, He getting the recognition. You see, Yah is not looking all the way down and saying, okay, Deborah, you and yours is entitled to the land. Go get some land, get buy land, and you can have this and here this, and then get on and gather these things and get out there and then turn back and make videos telling you this is what you need to do. You need to get land. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. No, 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 no. This is why people think that they have what you don't, is because they looking at you and they saying that when hell hit, they're going to be excluded. They're not going to be included. But Yah said to me a couple of years ago, they're going to be included. And now this is what I'm hearing, because I'm not out here hearing the itchy ears and the chaos. I'm hearing that they're doing everything to stop the farmers from growing, from having cattle. And if they have these things, they have to feed them what they give them to feed, biochemicals. And growing, they're not going to be able to grow on their land. They're not going to be able to do anything that they like. Now they think that they got it made. Can't nobody say, no, baby, no, baby, no. And it's because people call themselves awakened, and they think they so awakened to truth that they can sit on this devil platform and not be about truth in spirit. It's okay for you to be truth in the flesh, because that's just who you serve. But don't try to drag Yah in it to get people to think that Yah is a partaker in your truth of your flesh, because he's not. Because he has come with the light. He has come with the power. Word is yours. Okay? And this is what people are winning people over on this devil platform with. The truth with no power. The truth with no spirit and truth. The truth with no light. And this is where people are being won. But it's okay, because you need to be on the side that you were assigned. You might as well, because that's where it's about to end. Everybody's going to be where they at. And you're going to know who's who. He already separate the wheat from the tare. You see? He already put the mark in the forehead. He ain't waiting for you. Those things he done for his name's sake, not for yours. And that's where these people, Israel and Judah, is messed up from the floor up. It's because they think everything Yah has done has been for their name's sake. No, for his name's sake. Because you ain't seen nothing yet. You being on the cuckoo clock is for his name's sake. But you running around here saying you awakened. You can't see you on the cuckoo clock. You ain't awakening. You on the cuckoo clock. You see? And they cannot see. Everything to them is that people just it's darker than it's darker than dark. Just put it like that. Like I be telling them, I say, Father, I need you more than need is defined. You know how you can define the word need? Hey, Father, I need you more than that. Can you come up with the definition, Father? Yeah, because I need you more than that. But we as a people, we are just still stuck, and we're not. It's not His will that we go no further. We're not going any further. We're just there. You see? So I would suggest you get to know, get to try to know him, to see if you think, see, many people think that when I don't know who I'm called to be, I don't know who I am, I don't know if I have the Ruach, or I don't have the Holy Spirit, I don't have this, you might not have it. Because all that you don't have, you don't. Why? Because it's other things you have that makes you think you all that and some, to where you're not caught up in if what you don't have, you more caught up in what you have. So that's why it don't bother you to not have the Holy Spirit. It don't bother you to be walking in spirit and truth. It don't bother you that you don't have a pen, needle, or light. It don't bother you because you think what you got make you who you are. And that's where the main problem is it. People think what they have makes them who they are. And it does. It makes you who you are. It makes you the flesh that you stand for, that you are. You see? That's why many can't even come on the side of the light, even the pen needle light, because they don't feel that they need to. I don't have to have it. It don't mean nothing to me. As long as I got what it's going to take me to survive on this earth, this is what I'm going to stick with. I'm about me. And that's your flesh. So when they come to your door, see if everything you have going to save your life. Because right now, they're kicking the doors in. I see all this stuff going on. I see the fire of Yah on the earth. And I see all this stuff going on and people just bypassing it like it's normal. But that's the way Yah said he has it to be. And that's why people thinking they're going to come to this door, they're going to come to that door, but they ain't coming to my door. You see? But where you wrong at is this a spiritual thing y'all going on. See, everybody think this is a natural thing. All this stuff that's going on, you think it's natural for this whole country. This whole country is the number one sex trafficking, the number one. And why is it that you have many Europeans knowing that? But here is a person, a nation of people. They got one person that's going to show that sex trafficking, and they're going to bypass this whole country being the number one sex trafficking, and they'll weigh in and start partying because someone is charged with the matter of other things, but the main one was sex trafficking. Why are you partying about that? Because you're sick. That's why he said, and you're going to be destroyed. And those that's going to be destroyed are not going over to the Mount Zion. You're not going over. Because the as who you are, you can look in the mirror and already know. And the mirror don't have to be a mirror in your bathroom. You can look within who you are. Say, wait a minute, I'm an ugly something. I mean, I'm ugly. And the ugliness is not your appearance, you guys. It's where your heart is. It's where your mind is. The way you think, the way you function, the way you feel about things. You see what I'm saying? That's what makes you ugly. Because it's the type of ugly that you can hide for another 50 years and nobody really know it but you. That's why you got to check you out. Because what Solomon said ain't nothing new under the sun. He said, Deborah, once I realized really that I got to know everything that was under the sun, all of it was vain and lax. So people out here running around here living like this, being on this earth and doing and having and, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I got this, I got that, I'm doing this, I'm going here, those are people who already won their place in the books, and they have no idea. They don't understand their own talk, their own how they conducting themselves, how they feel about things and how they think about things for themselves. This is themselves, y'all. These are people who caught up in themselves. They have no idea that nothing in this day and time will deliver us. Nothing. I used to think, and I did, y'all. I used to think that my children, y'all gave me my children, and they were almost to the point like they would be my uh um how would I say it? My test. It's not like a test. It would be my stumbling block. I put it like that. Would be a stumbling block. You got to understand. He's real about what he says when he said the household. He already divided the household. So just because in the natural, I birthed them, I took care of them, I breastfed them, I homeschooled them, I gave them my life. I really did. Does not mean that they're on the same side that I'm on. No. Because before heaven and earth was created, Yah had already orchestrated everybody to go where he knew that they would, from the level of the kingdom, not the level of the earth. And that's another people not recognizing his power, not giving him the glory and the honor, because it was his power that assigned everybody where they're at and where they're going. And it's a thing when we get down here and we see we live in this lifestyle, and we can't measure this lifestyle. Am I living in the dark or am I living in the light? Most people, you all, could care less about the light because they think where I'm at in the dark, I'm content. I'm okay. I live this long. Oh no, baby. Oh no. I heard this man, he was saying, somebody asked him, I don't know if y'all seen it. He said somebody asked him, why is it a woman that can have 5 children and right now, and she can be in a nursing home. 5 children and be in a nursing home. Every time I hear stuff like that, and he went on to talking about it's because the way the mother treated the children, especially those in the LGBTQ or whatever they call it, the way they treat him. And then he turned around and said, but my mother, she wouldn't be in no nursing home. She don't deserve to be in a nursing home. But a lot of them are in a nursing home because the way that they treated their children. Now, notice he said the LBGY. You see what I'm saying? You know why he said that? He's saying that because you all did not know this, but let me explain. In the LBGYN community, these people don't feel connected and embedded in that darkness until they have conflicts with their family. I'm telling y'all, no lie, no doubt. I try to figure that out. I tried and I tried, but I'm just so thankful and so grateful the Father just laid it out. He said their spirit of what they doing is against others to the point where if they have to be enemies with their family members to really feel they're in there with their lifestyle. And I believe that without a doubt. I believe it without a doubt. I'm a living witness to it. It ain't nothing you can do. It ain't nothing you can say. It ain't nothing because it is a spirit that came with them. And that spirit is claiming its turf. And according for them to claim that turf, they have to deny one that's on this side that might not be in the same thing that they are in. To me, I feel that if you are in the LGBTY, that's your thing, but you don't use it to measure the way everybody else is going to treat you or feel about you. But I learned this. Their number one thing is to make sure it's like you're not gay or you're not in the LGBT until you're against your parents or your family members or against you or your friends or against you. It's almost like it's a part of the pill. You ain't really gay because you get along with your parents. You get along with your siblings. You see, you have to have in your family an enemy connected for you to uphold that LBGYN. So whatever it is, LBGYT or whatever, Q or whatever. But when I heard him say that, and then he turned around and said, but my mother, I wouldn't put my mother in a nursing home for nothing because she don't deserve to be in there. But you're saying 5 children a mother has done wrong. Now, from what I'm understanding, a lot of women have done their children wrong. They really did. And I really believe that a lot of women have brought up their children and have done them wrong. And it was a cycle as well. I believe that a lot of it is what was done to them. And then it was when they had theirs, they were involved. But it also has to do with life itself, getting into drugs and alcohol to deal with everyday life, to where they neglect and they abuse, misuse their children. I've heard some of the worstest cases. So somebody that's speaking, this young man, he was gay, him speaking like this here on TikTok, that made me realize that, and he said, I don't care. There are people would never, ever, 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 ever forgive their mother because of what she have done to them. He said, not his though. He said, not his, but he said, never. That's why she's in the nursing home. And I sit there and say, but baby, don't y'all know that also shows you where you going? See, we as a people don't understand. We make so much and everything about us. We don't understand. Y'all don't give a rat's behind about you. His mission was for his namesake, not for yours. And that's, I think, because we are so in the flesh, we have made everything surrounding us to the point where his ignorance didn't understand you. They don't have to forgive their mother. They don't have to take care of their mother. Satan don't have to follow the rules of Yah. You see? So they doing right. You see? Because the same one you saying you won't forgive, they won't ever. I know a lot of them. They would never ever forgive their mother for what she did to them. I'm sitting here saying, bro, that's hell bound right there. That whole word that he's saying, that's hell bound. That's people who already written to go to the lake of fire. Why? Because while you sit in your tail talking about what somebody did, Y'all forgive us every day. Hey, I don't know if y'all know that. Check. He forgive us every day. Every day. Because it's something about us need forgiving. Every day. And along with it, he pour out grace and mercy. So who are you? You can't forgive to the point where you don't have to go in the nursing home and take care of her. But it's to live and die like that. Let me tell you something, baby. You got your ticket to already the lake of fire. That's people who I'm telling you already got your ticket to the lake of fire. Because why would Yah forgive you in the kingdom? Why would he forgive you? And why would you go anywhere outside the lake of fire if you down here on the earth? Figuring your ego and your pride and your flesh has the power to not forgive a mother who brought you, I ain't gonna say brought you, birthed you. She might have did all kind of stuff. Ain't no, you can still see if you want to continue to feel. Remember what she did, yeah. But forgiving is this is something I won't get as long as I live. People don't understand. Forgive is not for the person, it's for you. You see how stupid that sounds? You sitting here thinking you hurting because your mom in the nursing home. You'll never forget what she have done for you. That's on you. She's not hurting. You are. So while you thinking that you're not going to forgive her, that's what people messed up. The forgiveness is not for the person that you feel you need to forgive. It's for you. That's why I say when you start to read in your instructions and direction book, you got it all bent up and down. You ain't got it bent. You ain't got it not bent. You ain't got it in the line of what is righteous or what is upright. Before, according for you to move on in life, the forgiveness is for you, not for them. And when you change that mindset, you realize, oh, it's for me. Let me go forgive everybody. It's not for them. It's for you. And that's what people messed up at. That's the same way with giving. They think that I don't have to give. I don't have to do anything. Oh, no, baby. Giving, what you giving is not for the person you giving it to. That's for you. But this is the mindset of the people. And it's okay. It's okay. I got to keep in mind what Solomon have said. I got to keep in mind what he says. Because it all makes sense. Because the way people think is not the way of the spirit. Just imagine, let's say works, your works. Let's say your fruit. Do you think he's talking about the works in the fruit of your flesh? No. He's talking about the works in the fruit of your spirit. When you have the works and the fruit of the spirit in your spirit, it taints your flesh to be a better person. You see? And when it taints your flesh, when your spirit taints your flesh, because it's carrying the fruit of the spirit and the work of the spirit, it taints your flesh. And people see you with the fruit of the spirit. and the works of the Spirit in the way you are conducting yourself and the way you uphold yourself. And this is what they see. Because once that works and that fruit of the Spirit is in you, it's bagged up with the light. It's bagged up with the light. A lot of people really think it's about the other person. No, it's about you. Y'all, it's not sending no, you know what else? I'm gonna tell you when it's not about you. Listen to this. When Yah has called his, he didn't call them to come down here and be about them. It was to be about him. You see? And that's another thing messed up because everybody thinking the everything that has to do with trying to live a righteous life and trying to do the will of the Father is about them. Oh, I got to work on this. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to look this way, dress this way, be this way, talk this way. No, no, no. All that's for the flesh. Only way you need to be is the way that pleases him. It's not about you. It's about him. We think we come down here to be about us. We really do. That just shows you the level of flesh. We come down here to be about us. You didn't come down here to be about you. He didn't create you to come down here and get for you, you do for you, you have for you go for you. That's where you're not about him. That's why people can't find you. You ask them, well, what's your purpose? Oh, I don't have one. You don't have a spiritual calling. You don't have a spiritual mission. You don't have no. Yah ain't called you to. He ain't whisper to you. Did he give you his Holy Spirit? Oh yeah, I got the Holy Spirit. But what is it you? They don't know because too much of me is in the way for them to know who they are in the spirit realm. They can't see it, so they don't even understand. You're not in the spirit realm when it's all about you. It's about you in the spirit realm when it's about Yah. And Yah is not even about himself. He's about others. So how is you going to come down here and be about you? Yah going to be about everybody. But you're going to be about you. Oh, he calls you to come down to the earth and everything will be about you. Or is it about him? So you come down and he said that it's all about you. No, it was all about him. It's the reason why he sent you here. And this is something that really many can rightly divide. And the fact is this: who's who and what's what. When people are set on me, then it can't be he, because it's you. And that's why they can't see no purpose in them, no calling. Oh yeah, they'll say, "Oh, I'm saved. I got the Holy Spirit. I got the Ruach. I have this gift, this gift, this gift, this gift." And then when they shut that down, the reality is, it's all for me. It's all about me. I don't have to do nothing with the gift. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to have no fruit of the Spirit. I don't have to have no works of the Spirit. I'm in there already. See, it's because these are people. That's why you got so many people thinking that they already in the New Jerusalem already, based on them. They already there. They don't have to say anything. They don't have to do anything. All they know is they already got their ticket, their one-way ticket to the New Jerusalem. You can't tell them nothing. And I sat and I listened to people sit and say, I was in the church for 30 years and never did believe. They'll tell you that quick, especially nowadays. Oh, I went to this here church for 30 years and I never did believe nothing they were saying there because they wasn't preaching right. And people just going to do things. They're participating in things just to belong, just to say they in there with Yah, to live the what you call a hypocrite life, to portray that hey, I'm in there. This is me. I'm in there. I got it. I'm ready. I'm in there. You see, But where we're at in this day and time, we're in the level of so much darkness, and the fire of Yah already hit the land. That means to me it's on. Because if I'm already being tried by the fire, and being tried by the fire, hey, it ain't over yet. He can hit me one way, then come another way, then hit me another way. I'm all right. This is the things he has been drilling in me throughout time. That you're gonna be all right. Because you don't stand and get these people lives. He said, everybody, you can sit here and talk to these people all night long, and now one would even understand that they've been tried. You don't have no shame in your game. You know why? Greater is he for real in me. Because hey, I ain't got no reason to be on the outside line based on what's on the inside of me. You see? There is so much that was revealed to me, spoken to me this morning. I did not even write it all down. I kept saying, I'm going to remember it. See that hard head? I'm going to remember it. But the more of it, it made me pull away and realize you in this alone. You're not in it with someone on your left or on your right. You in this journey. You're on this journey alone. Each and every last one of us are on this journey alone. And when I mean alone, we have the Holy Spirit, but we have a mission in us that says, okay, no one can do your mission, y'all. No one can show you how to do it and the way to do it. When y'all send you on a journey, hey, he already know you're going to master the journey, because that's why he sent you on the journey. Many people can't even tell you if they have a journey. They can't even tell you nothing, but they out making people believe they something that they're not, because they got a platform, because they dress in the role, they look in the role, they trying to talk the role, they quoting the scriptures. They just figured, hey, if I can win people over like that, I'm in there. And don't even understand, no, baby, you're not in there because your flesh brought you in. What about your spirit? Is Yah abiding in your spirit? And if he is, are you teaching the people spirit and truth with the light in your right hand? Because I'm gonna tell you, many of people are denying the power of Yah on every side, and it's okay, because that fire of who he is trying us right here and now. And the only reason why we're being tried is because he wants us to know that if we try by the fire, now we'll know we're not gonna have to do it. We ain't gonna have to go through. We ain't gonna have to suffer like many are going to, because they thinking they in there, because they lying to themselves. Won't hold a conversation with Yah. Won't speak to him in the spirit realm. Won't deal with him in any way until something happened. And then they want to talk about, hey, I got a relationship with him because I'm communicating with him. I don't think the Ruach is one that's what you is based on what you say you communicate. It's what's in you that's greater, that reveals himself to be. It's more powerful than you saying that you are, because that's what you say you are. So I give Yah all glory and praise and honor for who he is all by himself. He don't need this ugly hand to make him who he is. That I am can be anything he wanted to be. And that's another thing that I appreciate him for breaking things down to me, so I can understand it in spirit and in truth, and not understand it the way the flesh wants to swing it to be, or the way the flesh want to say that it is, the way the flesh want to think and feel that it is. I just give him all glory and honor. And you know what? I am so grateful for the Most High Yah being in my life. I am grateful because, like I said before, being tried by the fire, it's the trying by the fire is not coming to hurt you in your flesh emotion, in your flesh feelings, in your flesh personal opinion, and all of that. Tried by the fire is actually setting you aside. You see, setting you aside. Because when that fire comes, many ain't gonna be able to stand. You see? But when that fire hit those that are of Yah, they're gonna be able to stand. But those that are not, they're not gonna be able to stand. That fire gonna tap them 1 minute, and that's gonna be it. And that's what it's doing today. So I, Sister Deborah, hope that you got something out of it. And I will be back. And I appreciate everybody in the live chat. And I will be back, but I'm gonna tell you again, the fire of Yah is trying each and every last one of us. He already know who's who, what's what, which one belongs to him, who's gonna stand. That's what it's coming to do. Put you in the proper order. That's what it's gonna do. So I, Sister Deborah, say I hope that you got something out of it, and I will be back. Shalom and shalom.